Hello my friends, how are you today? I hope you're having the most amazing Wednesday you've ever had so far. I'm super excited about today's lesson. We're going to learn about God's plan for our enemy. Now we're still going to be looking at Moses because that's our hero for the next few weeks still. But it's going to be such an awesome lesson today. But I don't want to spoil it for you. Emoji Pastor is going to go ahead and introduce a few things we need to know before we get started today.
Hey friends, Emoji Pastor here. So excited to get today's lesson started. The Israelites were in a terrible position. They were standing between Pharaoh's army and the Red Sea. They began to panic and yell at Moses. They were convinced that they were all going to die. And the fact is that the Israelites were completely focused on the enemy. They had lost focus on God, who had let them out of Egypt in the first place. They became so enemy-focused rather than God-focused. So in today's lesson, that's what we're going to dive into and learn about. We're going to learn how to focus on God when we're feeling attacked. He will always defeat the enemy with his power. Oh, isn't that so amazing that we can focus on God because he's always going to win? That's such an awesome thing to know that our God is so powerful, he can defeat anything that could attack us. Let's check in with Captain Obvious today and see what is going on with that guy.
We're not scared of you anyway.
Yeah, we know God has our backs, and there's nothing you can do to stop that.
Is that so? Well, obviously, your God has never seen one of these. It's a magic marker, and with it, I'm going to write you a menacing message.
You're mine? That's not a menacing message. That sounds something more like what you'd see on a Valentine card.
What? No! It's like, you're mine, as in I'm gonna get you!
Gonna get me what? A present? That's awfully nice of you.
No, not a present. I'm gonna get you, as in I'm gonna defeat you.
You absolutely will not. You forget. I don't fight by my own power. I have God on my side, and he will defeat you.
We'll see about that.
Go get him, Bobby.
Don't mind if I do.
That ought to teach you.
Well, would you look at that? Captain Obvious has defeated you without even throwing a single punch.
All I had to do was be calm and let God do the fighting for me.
Well done, Captain Obvious.
I think my work here is done. Exit stage left.
You know what to do now, don't you, Captain Obvious?
Take him to jail?
Even before that, you want to give God the glory for this victory. You never want to take credit yourself.
Yeah, that is exactly right. I didn't even do anything. The Lord is my strength and my song. He has given me victory.
What in the world does that mean?
Well, it's the exact words of my hero Moses after God won a huge victory for him against Pharaoh and the armies of Egypt.
Really? I've never heard of that.
Well, then you need to pay attention because that's exactly what we're going to learn about today in our lesson. We're going to learn about God's plan for your enemy. It's going to be amazing. Now let's get you to jail.
Oh, man.
What's up? What's up?
Ah, yeah, what's up, everybody? It's me, the S-K-I to the double T-L-E-S, Skittles in the hizzy, and I'm ready to tell you what's up. Today, we're talking about God's plan for my enemy. So every time today that somebody asks you, what's up, you tell them. God will put my enemy under my feet. God's got a plan for our enemy, and it ain't a good one. When Pharaoh went after Moses and the Israelites, things didn't turn out so good for him. It's the same way with our enemy, the devil. God's gonna defeat him every time. Get it? Defeat. Feet. It's pretty funny. So anytime somebody asks you, what's up? You tell them. God will put my enemy under my feet, and that's what's up. I got a rainbow of flavor, and I'm living for my Savior. Skittles out. Bang, bang, yeah.
Today's Bible story is continued from our last one, found in Exodus chapter 14. And in case you don't remember, let me remind you what happened. See, the Israelites found themselves in a really, really bad spot. They were stuck between the Red Sea and a charging Egyptian army led by Pharaoh himself.
The Israelites began to complain to Moses. Have you led us out here to die? You see, they were totally focused on their enemy, Pharaoh. And they were afraid he was gonna come and kill them all or take them back to being slaves in Egypt. Moses, on the other hand, was not focused on his enemy. He was focused on the one who can defeat his enemy. He was focused on God. And Moses raised his staff in the air, and God sent a mighty wind to blow the water of the Red Sea, so that it stood up like giant walls of water. And God sent a giant cloud to block the Israelites from the sight of the Egyptians. While Pharaoh and his army couldn't see what was going on, the entire nation of Israel walked across the Red Sea on dry land. They made it all the way to the other side. Then the cloud lifted. Pharaoh and his army saw that Moses and the Israelites had walked across on dry land, so they chased after them. But while they were in the middle of the Red Sea, God caused the walls of the water to fall. And Pharaoh and the Egyptian army drowned right there in the middle of the sea. God had defeated the enemy, and the Israelites didn't even have to fight. So the Israelites realized that God had saved them from their enemy. They lifted their hands in praise and worship, giving glory to God, who made this victory possible. Moses led the Israelites in a time of singing songs to God. He sang, "The Lord is my strength and my song. He has given me victory." The entire nation of Israel was saved by God's mighty power.
In our lesson today, we're going to learn that when we focus on our enemy, as the Israelites did at first, then we're going to be filled with fear. However, if we focus on God, as Moses did, then he's going to fill us up with confidence and boldness, because God will win the victory and defeat the enemy every single time.
Hello, I am Jebel, famous fashion designer extraordinaire, and I design costumes for superheroes. Today, I am working on a costume that is very new and something I have never tried before. It is for the flaming toenail. But while I work on it, I need you to get into today's power verse. In today's power verse, it says, "The Lord is my strength and my song. He has given me victory." Exodus 15:2. That was an amazing power verse. I need a little bit of help from the girls. I need you to stand with me and let's say the power verse together. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. The Lord is my strength and my song. He has given me victory. Exodus 15:2. What a fantastic job, females! Have a seat, have a seat. Now I need all of my boys to stand up and say the power verse with me on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. The Lord is my strength and my song. He has given me victory. Exodus 15:2. Ah, very good. Have a seat, have a seat. Listen, remember last week when I was telling you that I barely got Captain Platypus's costume done in the nick of time? Well, the customer said to me, thank you very much for getting it done. I said to him, I cannot take all of credit. I had help from God. He helped me get it done on time. So kids, you need to do the same thing. When you're out of control and you say, I need some control, and God gives you the control, you must give him thanks. So let's all stand together and let's say the power verse together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. The Lord is my strength and my song. He has given me victory. Exodus 15:2. Very good. Have a seat, have a seat. Now, once again, I have finished a costume for the flaming toenail. Would you like to see?
Yeah!
Here it is. Thank you, thank you. Well, it is time for me to go. But until we meet again, I am Zebel saying, peace out.
Have you ever felt like you were being attacked? Maybe it was a group of kids at school who started talking about you, spreading rumors, and you felt like you couldn't go anywhere without hearing some of the terrible things that were being said about you. Perhaps it was an attack from a bully in your neighborhood. No matter what you did, the bully would pick on you and make your life absolutely miserable. Or maybe you've been under attack in your family. Someone in your family came down with a terrible sickness. The doctors didn't even know what was wrong. It seemed hopeless. It seemed absolutely impossible. No matter what kind of attack it was, how many of you can relate to feeling under attack?
The Israelites found themselves under attack as well. They were being attacked by Pharaoh's army. Worse yet, they had a huge sea in front of them, so there was nowhere to escape. They started focusing completely on the enemy that was attacking them, and then they started to panic. See, remember how they turned to Moses and said, "Have you led us out here to die?" They were totally frightened. See, through this whole story, we can learn some very valuable lessons. The first lesson to learn is, when I'm under attack, I must not focus on my enemy. When I focus on my enemy, it causes me to lose faith. What are some of the feelings and thoughts we might struggle with when we focus on our enemy? What are some feelings and thoughts that we might struggle with? Maybe we struggle with being scared or worried, or we get stressed out. If you can, share with me, what are some feelings and thoughts that we might struggle with if we were to focus on an enemy? Those are some great answers. Yeah, you're right. See, when I focus on my enemy, I only see the bad things that could happen. I only see the bad things in the situation. But does that help me have faith in the moment? If I'm only focusing on the bad things in the situation, does that help me have faith in the moment? No, not at all. So instead of focusing on my enemy, I must focus on God. You see, focusing on my enemy only brings fear and doubt. But when I focus on God, who can deliver me from my enemy, what are some of the feelings and thoughts that begin to fill my mind? What are some of the feelings and thoughts that begin to fill our minds when we focus on God, the God who can deliver us from our enemies? Well, some things could be like peace or courage or strength. Those are such good answers. See, when I focus on God during an attack, I'm focusing on the one who can defeat my enemy, and it will cause my faith to grow. So instead of doubt and fear, I'm filled with faith and courage.
Too often we make the same mistake as the Israelites. We focus on the attack and the enemy that we are fighting. See, we waste time doing that because it takes away from the one who should be getting our attention. The one who should be getting our attention is God. Why is it so important to focus on God during an attack? Well, because if I focus on God, He will defeat my enemy. See, God has the power to defeat any enemy. And when He defeats our enemies, we must give Him the glory and the honor He deserves. Just like Moses, we can sing, "The Lord is my strength, my song, and He has given me victory." So it's important that when God gives you victory, you never, ever, never, ever take the credit for it yourself. Instead, give it to God. Give God the glory. Worship Him. Praise Him. And tell the world what an amazing God He is.
It may seem like you're fighting an enemy that you just can't win against. You might even be full of fear and doubt today. But you know what? All you have to do is take your focus off of the enemy and put it on God. He will bring the victory. And when He does, you can praise Him and sing songs of praise and worship to Him, just like Moses and the Israelites did after he defeated the Pharaoh and the Egyptian army. Before we wrap up today and bring today to a close, let's play a quick game. You know the game, I know the game, I know we're excited to play a game. So let's go ahead and play Brain Drain.
Brain drain.
Question number 1. What's up today? God will put my enemy under my feet. God will squish my enemy. I will defeat my enemy. What's up today? Which one of those choices is actually up today? I mean, Skittles, my guy, introduced what's up today to us earlier. So which one was it? Yes! What's up today is that God will put my enemy under my feet. Awesome, guys. You're killing it. So early in the game. Question number 2. What happened to Pharaoh and his army when they tried to cross the Red Sea? They couldn't cross, they surfed, or they drowned. They couldn't cross, they surfed, or they drowned. What did happen to Pharaoh and his army when they tried to cross the Red Sea? You tell me. Which one of these choices is correct? Well, if you put that they drowned, you are right. And I'm so proud of you. Way to go. Way to pay attention. Number 3, did the Israelites have their focus on the right things? Did the Israelites have their focus on the right things? Yes or no? Yes, they had their focus on the right things, or no, they didn't have their focus on the right things. Well, good job, because the answer was no. They weren't focusing on the right things. Question number 4, who led the Israelites in singing after Pharaoh was defeated? Who led the Israelites in singing after Pharaoh was defeated? Was it Aaron? Was it Moses? Or was it God? Was it Aaron? Was it Moses? Or was it God? Who led them in the singing? Yeah, it was Moses. He's the one who started up that song. 5, true or false? The Israelites won the battle against Pharaoh all by themselves. The Israelites won the battle against Pharaoh all by themselves? True. Yeah, they did it by themselves. Or false. God did. Which one of those is correct? Did the Israelites really win that battle against Pharaoh all by themselves? True or false? Well, I hope you put false because God is the one who helped them win that battle. Question number 6. According to our lesson today, I must not focus on my blank. I must not focus on my enemy. I must not focus on my toenail. Or I must not focus on my bad hair. Wow. Any one of those choices could be something you shouldn't focus on, but according to our lesson today, which one should we not focus on? Which one should we not focus on? I must not focus on my... Yes, I must not focus on my enemy. Good job. Question number 7. Again, according to our lesson today, I must focus on food, I must focus on God, or I must focus on sleeping. Which one of those? I mean, there's some good choices here, but really, which one is the winner? Which one is correct? I must focus on, good job, yes, I must focus on God. Wow, guys, you're so good at this. Question number 8, according to our lesson today, if I focus on God, He will blank my enemies. If I focus on God, He will hug my enemies. If I focus on God, He will help my enemies. Or if I focus on God, He will defeat my enemies. Hug, help, defeat. Which one of these is correct? I know you know. I know you're actually typing it up right now. That's how good you are. You're giving me the right answer because He will defeat my enemy. Just gotta focus on God. Awesome. Question number 9. Should you take the credit for a victory when the battle is won? Should you take credit for victory when the battle is won? Yeah, I should take credit for the victory when the battle is won. Or, no way, I can't take all the credit for the battle when we get the victory. Which one of those is the correct response? Should you take the credit for victory when the battle is won? And the correct answer is no. We should never take all the credit if the battle has been won, because the credit should go to who? God. Awesome, you guys are really great. Alright, question number 10. Where was our power verse found today? Where was our power verse found today? Was it Exodus chapter 15 verse 2? Was it Galatians chapter 3 verse 11? Or was it Matthew chapter 6 verse 33? Which one of those is correct? Exodus, Galatians, Matthew? One of these is right. But which one has to do with the power verse of today? Yes, Exodus 15:2. Awesome. You guys did such a wonderful job, and I'm so proud of you. I had such a fun time playing that game with you. I mean, I have such a fun time with you every week. Unfortunately, our time here tonight has come to an end, and I love you and I miss you. But wasn't that an awesome class we had today? I had so much fun. So thank you again for tuning in. You make these classes extra special for me. But don't worry, I know we're sad that tonight's ending, but we're gonna see each other right back here on Sunday morning for another super fantastic, awesome, amazing Sunday morning class. We're gonna have an awesome service together, so I can't wait to see you then. Until I do, have a fantastic rest of your week, and remember to focus on God this week, okay? Don't focus on what's attacking you. Focus on God. Until I see you Sunday, God bless.